entertainment. Right there. Got to get a good pour going here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's going to be tasty. That is going to be bloody tasty. Mmm. Hello, everybody. I'm Colin Lamb, aka the Tone Wizard, and I hope you're doing very well wherever you may be doing. This is my first live show on the channel. I'm not sure if anybody's going to watch this. I don't know if I scheduled it properly, but I'm testing it out to see what the video looks like. So bear with me. I usually do all my videos in one take anyways. But if something goes awry here, I'm just going to have to deal with it. At any rate, I want to talk to you about what I feel is the greatest Phish show that I've seen in I've watched in existence. I do want to talk about what my personal favorite show that I've seen from Phish is so far, and that would be the 1999 Boise State University Pavilion show. I can't say enough about this show. A lot of people sent me when I started doing the Phish show, getting into Phish. I think it's fair to say I'm definitely into Phish, and there appears to be one viewer. Hey, how's it going? It's my first live show. I hope you're into Phish because that's what I'm going to be talking about here. And let me know if you have anything to add here. But anyways, getting back to it. I think that my favorite live show is the 99 Boise State University Pavilion show. And I'm just going to give you a couple of reasons why. But first and foremost, the first Phish song that I really got into was Simple. And the version of Simple on this show is fucking fantastic. Like, I love the energy to it. I think later on in later shows, it kind of slowed down and got a little muddy, and I don't think it's the kind of song that can do that. But also the version of Waste that they play on there, especially with the solo at the end of Waste, is fucking phenomenal. Like, I don't know how you make a guitar do that. I've been trying to copy some of the moves that I've seen him doing, but the feedback that he gets and the tone is fucking fantastic. So that's my particularly favorite show that I've seen so far, and I don't know if I'm going to find a better one, but I took a drive out to go look at a job for work, and I listened to the whole album front to back, and there's a couple of songs on there that I hadn't really gotten into, like Love and Cup. What a fucking fantastic version of that. What a fantastic song. And it's kind of got everything from a Phish show that somebody like me is looking for, and from a show from that era as well. You've got AC/DC Bag with Phish, with John Fishman jumping on the vacuum, I believe it is. And by the way, I haven't been able to find video footage of this show. If you know where some decent video footage or any video footage of this show is, please let me know down in the comments if you don't mind. But yeah, I just love that fucking show, and the energy, the speed of the playing, just everything about the show. To me, I just haven't heard anything better from a sonic point of view or from a performance point of view from them. And I'm sure that some of you Phish fans out there might end up disagreeing with me, but I think it's just absolutely fantastic. And I went over to phish.net and checked out some notes about this show, and I saw a couple of funny things in the comments. One being that the show was not particularly well attended, and like people typed out a huge amount of stuff. I'll post a link to the show to this show page in the comments below, but basically people said that the show was kind of empty, and I read in the comments a lot of people are saying that they didn't want to go to the show because of traffic reasons or something like that. They didn't want to get caught in traffic. And this one user says that hasn't been mentioned about this show how empty the arena was. Many people skipped this one, opting to stay on the I-5 corridor to connect to Portland to Bay Area. I don't know anything about the traffic wherever this fucking show was, but listening to this show now, almost, well, yeah, 20 years later, if I had missed the opportunity to go to this show because of traffic, I would really be kicking myself. And if you're out there, if you went to the show, let me know. But man, what a fucking show. I absolutely loved it. And like I say, let me know if you have a different opinion as to what is your favorite show. Please let me know. Something else I kind of wanted to talk about, and again, this episode I'm kind of testing the live stream to see what the audio is like and what the video is like. But I kind of want to get back into doing some more Phish stuff, and I want to get some more guests onto the show. I have a couple of people lined up. My buddy Eric in Vancouver here. I want to have him come on and talk about the Phish festivals. I think he said he went to 3 out of 4 of them or 3 out of 5 of them. And there's another guy that wanted to come on the channel, and I want to get some of the people who came on before, because I think that going forward, I'm obviously into Phish now, so there's not a lot of runway left to just for me to be getting into Phish. But I love talking about it, and I love talking about people. I like drinking beer, so Maybe it makes me feel like I'm not drinking alone. I don't know. But anyways, I discovered kind of when I was actually looking into some of the songs from that show, I discovered that Phish has a co-writer by the name of Tom Marshall. And when I read this, I immediately thought about the Grateful Dead and Robert Hunter. I also thought about Meatloaf and how Meatloaf had that guy who would write the songs. I think he'd play in the band actually, to be fair. But I remember always kind of like feeling a little sorry for the other guy because it seemed like when another guy in your band is named Meatloaf, nobody's going to give a fuck about what you do. And let's face it, Meatloaf can really sing. But this is not a show, as much as I would like it to be now at this point, about Meatloaf's show that I'm talking about Phish. Yeah, I discovered that Phish have a writer who does primarily contributes lyrics, as far as I understand, and his name is Tom Marshall. And I Googled this up and I found that Tom Marshall had contributed to songs Sample in a Jar, Chalk Dust Torture, Stash, Rift, and this other song title that I've written that's fucking absolutely illegible. But yeah, I discovered that Phish has I wouldn't call him a ghostwriter, but he's a co-writer who contributes lyrics. And that kind of fascinated me. And I ended up going on YouTube and I looked up an interview with him. And he mentioned an interesting story about how him and Trey knew each other at university and how they'd both been kicked out of university. And he mentioned a story about Trey being kicked out of university. It was med school or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but something to do with a cadaver and being kicked out of med school. And I thought, what better basis for a friendship than being kicked out of college? And I guess the two of them started writing songs together after they both got booted out of college. And Tom Marshall in that interview that I saw, and again I'll put it in. Oh, we got a comment. Thank you for fucking chirping in, somebody. Tom is very well known in the community. He goes up on stage every once in a while. He even has a podcast now. Well, thank you very much for that input. And yeah, if you can actually, if you can give me the name of that podcast, I'd love to check that out because I just was kind of looking to get this live show going and looking for some things to talk about with regards to Phish, and I just stumbled upon that and watched a bit of that interview. But I had to record this video while my lady's out at the gym here, so I didn't have a lot of time to get into it. But I also heard that he was involved in The Man Who Stepped Into Yesterday and that stuff, which was pretty interesting. And again, it just got me thinking along the lines of Robert Hunter, who of course passed away in September of I was going to say last year because it seems like 2020 is fucking absolutely gone. But no, I think that just kind of interested me there. And originally I was kind of being a little cheeky, and I was like, well, there's not enough room in these jam band guys' brains. They have so many notes and progressions and stuff in there. They don't have any capacity left for lyrics. But of course, that's kind of just me being a little brash. But I do think it's pretty. I think it's very interesting that they can open themselves up creatively to other people's input, because I've been in shitty little bands with like three guys and then one main guy doesn't want to allow anybody else's ideas in. Trey sent his friend a human hand and a goat heart that was stolen from the science. That is a better story. That is far better than what I had imagined. I thought that well, actually, you know what? When I saw the term med school and cadaver, I'm not going to say what I thought went down, but Trey sent his friend a human hand and a goat heart that was stolen from the science. Can I get this up here? Yeah, there it is. Trey sent his friend a human hand and a goat heart that was stolen from the science lab with a note that said, "I got to hand it to you, buddy." Really have a heart. I don't even care if that's true. That is wonderful enough for me to believe it. Thanks for chiming in there, Isaac, and thank you for this other comment here as well. I'd really like to check out that podcast, Isaac, if you can let me know what the name of that was. And by the way, thank you for tuning into the show here. If you're not familiar with the channel, go check out the other stuff. I've basically been doing a series of videos where at this beginning of the pandemic, midway through, who even fucking knows what point we're at now, but I decided I was going to try to get into Phish. So check out some of those other ones. But even if you don't, thank you very much for chiming in today. So I just thought that was very interesting in terms of how they had another person involved in the process. So, and now I've learned something today by doing this stream. So it's all been worth it. Yeah. Now, going forward on this show, I kind of want to do more of these shows live that I've been doing. I do a show on Ween, and I do a show on on Phish and the process of me getting into Phish and discovering stuff like the story that you just shared there. So I think I'm going to be doing a lot more of these shows live. So this is kind of just a quick stream. And thank you very much for watching. Please, if you're not a subscriber already, please subscribe if you feel like it. Don't if you don't. But hey, I'm going to get out of here. I just kind of wanted to test this out, and I wanted to talk about two of those things. And I know that when I leave this video up, I'm probably going to get some more stuff. All right, there it is right there. I'm going to put your comment up here so that other people can see that if they need to. So it's called Under the Scales, the old podcast. And it's starting a new one called Undermine. I'm definitely going to check that out. I would be a liar if I say I did not have time to, but I do. And Isaac, I don't know if you've followed the channel, if you've been involved in anything else, but I'm always looking for guests and people to come on the show and talk about stuff like just what I tried to haphazardly talk about right now. So if you want to reach out on social media in one of the channels down there or through email in the About section of my show, I'd love to talk Phish. I'm looking to put together another panel show. I think the last Phish show that I did was a panel show. So go check that out. And oh, there you go. You are subscribed. So thank you very much, Isaac. And yeah, man, if you do want to come on a show, that's kind of what I'm gearing towards. I'm trying to gear towards doing a more live stuff where I can talk to people in real time, because then there's less editing. I don't need to paste comments into the videos later. But thank you very much, Isaac, for that. I am going to end this video now because, like I say, we got another viewer here. You're just kind of tuning in towards the end here. But just to reiterate what I say, I'm going to be doing trying to do more live videos, and this has been a test to that. So I am going to leave now. Thank you very much for watching, and let me know what you think about anything I've said in the comments of this video, and take care of yourselves, and hopefully I'll be back again with another live one, and we can see, maybe I'll be a little more prepared. But you know what? Cheers, it's Sunday. The Leafs won. My other sports team won. Fucking Tom Brady's going back to the Super Bowl.